Hey, what's up everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Karpo Gaming and another Destiny 2 Season of the Witches video. It is Xur Day, Friday, September the 15th, 2023, and Xur is back in the EDZ. So we're going to check it out and see what Xur has for us today. Let's go! Once again, thanks for watching everybody. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. If you didn't know, Xur can show up in 1 of 3 different locations each week and stick around for a few days. This week, he's in the EDZ. So we're going to spot into the Winding Cove. We're going to hop into the little cave where you can parkour up and see what Xur has for us today. As always, we have returning the illustrious, illuminous, exotic ENGRAM. And we also have one random roll for the HAWKMOON. Let's go over it. For this week, we have Fluted Barrel, Alloy Magazine, Snapshot, and Texture Grip, making this a pretty good roll for PvE and for PvP. Our weapon of the week is none other than a Trinity Gold Combat Bow. Now, this combat bow has a draw time of 756, comes in intrinsic perk off Split Electrons, fires an arrow that splits when released, aiming down the sights and fully drawing the bow both decreases the spread. Pretty good in PvE and in PvP. Next up, we have the Young AHAMKARA'S Spine Gauntlets. I'm going to be an exotic for that Hunter class. Comes in intrinsic perk called Wish Dragon Teeth, increases trip mine grenade duration and blast radius and ability damage, grants trip mine grenade energy. Excellent in PvE and in PvP. Pick it up, add it to your collection today. We also have the Crest of Alpha Luffy exotic for the Titan class. Comes the intrinsic perk called Survivor Will. This one generates an additional orbital power from supers and a healing pulse when barricades is activated. Does exactly what it's supposed to do. Excellent in PvE and it's pretty decent in PvP. Total of 69 is actually not bad. Now we have the OPHIDIAN aspect. This is going to be exotic gauntlets for the Warlock class. Comes the intrinsic perk called Cobra Totemic. Weapons ready and reload very quickly and provides a small benefits to the airborne effectiveness stat for all weapons. Pretty good in PvE and PvP. It's just okay. Next up, the Tears of Contrition is going to be our first legendary weapon. This is going to be a Scout Rifle 180 on this bad boy with the handling masterwork with the explosive round. We also have a nice range runner and triple tap, making this a pretty good roll for PvE. Should be pretty decent for PvP. We also have the 7 Surfer SI number 2 sidearm. 360 on this bad boy when it comes to the RPMs with the range, masterwork, and some pretty subpar traits on here, leaning more towards PvE. So hard pass for me for this 7 Surfer. We also have the Extraordinary Rendition Submachine Gun, 720 RPM on this bad boy with the stability masterwork and some pretty good stability on here. Everything else is kind of meh. It's kind of really hard to get a good roll on the Extraordinary Rendition, and this one has some pretty good stability, so it still be pretty good in PvE and decent in PvP. Now, next up we have the Ichota Draconis. It's going to be a fusion rifle 956 on the charge time with the impact masterwork. With the charge time masterwork on top of that, chamber compensator, extended magazine, hands battery look of coil, so the maximum amount of impact, so you can one tap Guardians with this bad boy. Should be pretty good in PvE and in PvP. We also have the Hollow Denial Trace Rifle. It's here every blue moon, so it's kind of good to see this one's here. This is going to be an adaptive frame trace rifle with the stability masterwork. Everything else on it is kind of subpar, but trace rifles are in pretty good spots, so it's still going to be pretty good in PvE and decent in PvP. And we have the Interference of VI Grenade Launcher. This one is almost a god roll. Let's start off with the fact we have Velocity Masterwork, so the grenade's going to get there faster. Confined Launch, Linear, and Spike Grenades. Oh boy, Swashbuckler too. Excellent in PvE and in PvP. Pick it up and add it to your collection today. Also, the HOOSEGOW rocket launcher is here with quick draw on here. And yeah, it's not that great. Doesn't have a velocity masterwork, got blast radius, doesn't have tracking, doesn't have implosion rounds. So hard pass for me for this rocket launcher. And when it comes to our legendary armor sets, we have the Future Warlord set called the Simulator set. Here are the gloves for the Warlock. This is what the chest look like. Of course, the bond is going to be the bond. We also have the helmet and we have the boots for the Warlock. For our Titan, this is what it looks like. Here are the simulator gauntlets. Here is the simulator plate. We also have the entanglement mark and the simulator helm. Doesn't look too great for the Titan, but everything else look good. And here are the greaves. Now, for our Hunter, looking pretty good. Simulator grips are here. We also have the simulator vest. If you like rocking the Future Warlord, here's the entanglement cloak and last but not least, the simulator mask and the simulator boots. So boom, there you have it. That is what Xur has for us today for September the 15th, 2023, my Guardians. Hope you and yours have a wonderful day and happy Friday. As always, if you're new to the channel, how you doing and welcome. And don't forget to subscribe right here at Karpo Gaming. Upload a wide variety of videos range from updates, tips and tricks, guides and news, and a whole lot more. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you everybody for all your love and support. And as always, I'll be seeing y'all in the next one. Later.